think it's a descriptive bid, but because we just think it's a better start than other bids. Well, maybe he promised a singleton spade. He just didn't happen to have one this time. In other words, I'm not awarding any tricks to East-West on that deal.
Good. Let's see if the TD does. Anyway, the result stands in the sense that the contract is 3 no trumps and that he can't go down. Maybe USA can get an imp or two back. I don't know. Not our concern. Let's focus on board 2. 1 spade, pass, never pass with an ace, 1 no, normal. The 2 clubs pass. And now the question is, will you reopen vulnerable against not at imps? It's a must at match points.
What about a double by North here? Dangerous in a live auction, but East is a passed hand. Or you get another chance.
Because 2 clubs, I presume, can be a 3-card suit.
I expect North to let it go here. The vulnerability is just not attractive for balancing.
Well, they talked him out of the heart fit, but how many hearts can they make? Let's say they have a spade, a heart, a diamond, and a club to lose. They can actually make 3 hearts. Which is better than if this goes 1 or 2 down. And the question is whether 2 clubs can be 3 cards or not. Obviously the passed hand. What kind of hand do you have with only 3 clubs, John, that wouldn't pass 1 no trump? Can't be 50 to 17 because that hand would have opened 1 no trump, right? If 2 clubs isn't always 4 now.
I mean, you might have a hand like Ace, King, Queen, 5th, Doubleton, Tripleton, and Ace, King, 3rd. I mean, that's not an attractive 1 no trump opening.
They got to 4 hearts next door. 1 spade double. Pass 3 hearts, 4 hearts. But that is 1 down, isn't it? Unless West leads a spade, and he won't with King, Queen of clubs. Yeah, it has 4 losers. double of one spade is a little dangerous. You're facing a pass partner. You have Vol against Knot. You have a doubleton club. So, of course, if partner responds to clubs, you have to pass and hope that he has a 5-card suit. Tell the audience, John, would you have doubled one spade in this position after pass, one spade?
Oh, I think I would on Saturdays, but maybe not the rest of the week. And I think probably not, but I might on occasion if I'm feeling aggressive. I think it's very reasonable. But if you hear redouble behind you, you want to crawl in a hole somewhere. I wonder if a double by North would have enticed South to risk a vulnerable game without inviting. Perhaps just have bid 4 hearts.
The pass, 2 spades, probably. Multi. So they'll get to 2 spades eventually. That would be the contract. East bids 2 hearts, partner 2 spades.
So I wonder what they use. Is 2 spades a really good 6-card spade suit? In other words, is it the Fan Tunes idea of essentially an opening bid for 2 spades, or is 2 spades something entirely different? Oh, 4 to 9, according to that.
Done.
So maybe two spades is 10 or 11.
10, 13. I don't know. Who won the computer world championships? I don't know. I don't know anything. Don't ask me. So Rosenberg was prepared to go to the 3 level if partner had hearts. 2 spades is parser correct.
Is that invitational? Is 2 spades invitational to 4 hearts?
I don't know. Depends on agreement.
I mean, there's not much point. There's not much point in bidding 2 spades if partner's not allowed to bid 4 hearts. I mean, why get to three hearts when you have no chance of getting to four.
Mm-hmm. As expected, four hearts went one down on board two. 4 imps to France, so 3 plus 4, and they're now only 3 behind, unless we get an adjustment on board 1. But that would be 1 or 2 imps. Let's see how many tricks will declare a take if Rosenberg had ducked. Trick 1.
So
I'm not going to give him any. I'm not going to give him any tricks. I'm with you, John. Although it may deny 2 spades systemically, I completely agree that sometimes you just do it anyway if you have a stiff ace, and as long as partner doesn't know, it's just fine. Same with Sykes, you know. You can Syke. Of course you can Syke. You can open a 3 count. As long as it's not based on the partnership understanding, it's all fine.
And we see that the north-south in the other room got 4 hearts on board 2, not because south bid a game over the takeout double, but north accepted after doubling and hearing his past partner jump to 3 hearts. It is a vulnerable game, but you still need 10 tricks. Declare should just...
Well, I was going to comment, if they are allowed to bid 4 hearts, I don't know if they are, but do you fancy 4 hearts, even if partner is max in the 4 to 9 range, say partner has like 8. Well, could he have the right values? Well, I suppose he could. Then you have to give him ace king of hearts and the queen of diamonds. That would have been a wonderful card. Or ace king of hearts and the jack of clubs. And then you still need something good to happen.
Al was pointing out that 2 spades does not show a good hand for hearts, so that means that even if West had hearts, he would, a great hand for top of his range, he would not be allowed to bid 4 hearts. I'm sure there's some.
So the only question is whether you want to go to the 3-level vulnerable if partner has hearts.
I guess this is just an attempt to shut out spades. In other words, it's a preemptive two-spade bid against a spade suit. So North is going to have to declare a second heart trick, so he's just going to lose 2 trumps at this point and score an over trick and 2 spades.
It's a 128 boards in the Bermuda Bowl final, 96 in the Venice Cup and Borsey Trophy. So this is the last set today, 3 more tomorrow and 2 on Saturday. In the Venice Cup final at this point, China leads by 8 against England, and in the seniors, USA2 leads by 21 against Italy.
How did Michael Rosenberg win 3 letters of his first name? Everybody else gets at most 1. Is there another M. Rosenberg in this event?
There might be. Is there one from Mexico? A woman, Marta? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is really strange. And I don't like what I see. Mick Rosenberg. Well, 3 family members I understand, so that he needs an M. But why IC? Well, at least if you only have M, you could get ER in. So his son is Kevin, so that's okay. His wife is Deb.
So Debbie Rosenberg is playing in the transnationals,
Yeah.
and his son is a winner in the juniors. So there are at least 3 Rosenbergs in this tournament, if not this particular event.
Yeah, we mentioned that yesterday, John. This is a family affair, but it's not unique. We've seen that at World Championships before. The Rimstedts from Sweden, Precis.
Well, yes, if you're going to bring your family, you might as well make them play and earn their keep.
There's a force, of course, in that family, the Precis family, Olivier, who is also we have the Hackett's, Paul Hackett. We even had 4 Rimstedts in this event, John. You realize that? Ola and Mikael, the twins, in the Open, and the sisters, Cecilia and Sandra. Isn't that quite amazing? 4 Rimstedts, all young ones.
I like the young part. It's good to have that young blood in the game. It's such a great game. I don't want to see it fizzle out here. This contract is in great danger. Lots of aces and kings, lots of tens, but the cards are not located well. The French appear to bid their suits in natural order with a club, a diamond, and no trump. If it had gone a club, a spade, and no trump, as most U.S. pairs,
How did they make the South declarer? Maybe Norse didn't open.
South might open a strong no trump with all those great spot cards. I would.
The thing was, yeah. The thing was that Norse didn't open. And then, yes, Martel upgraded to 1 no trump. And it got a club lead from West, so the 8 of clubs took the first trick.
If Declare guesses to play on diamonds first, he's got a shot. If he finds out about the diamond split before attacking clubs, and might consider finessing the 10 of clubs on the second round. He has 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, a spade, and 4 clubs for 9 tricks.
So many options here. He could also play on spades, you know. Maybe
Well,
spades
but if he
reduce 3. Yeah, but that's not enough. That's true.
doesn't have the ace of diamonds, so well, he's going about this in a manner that gives him a good shot. Now, after, let's say that Rosenberg ducks this, wins the next one, so declarer knows about the diamond split. How about in cash in the heart? What about a little club play by East? Would declare go up with the king and finesse on the way back? Wouldn't that be tricky with the jack doubleton or the jack third?
Declarer doesn't know anything about diamonds being 5-2.
Right. But
So
the natural play here is a spade, and declarer has to win it or he loses his 5th trick. And then when he cashes a diamond, he finds out about the diamonds. Well, Rosenberg didn't even bother to leave spade.
now he finds out about diamonds. Diamonds 5-2.
Now he's squeezing his partner. If he's played a spade back to the ace, well, I guess he would have been squeezed anyway, wouldn't he?
Well, he is genuinely squeezed. Helplessly squeezed.
I'm asked why South inserted the 10 of hearts at trick 1. Well, if you notice the spots, he was missing the 9-8 and the Queen-Jack. So he could play low and win if East had led from honor 9-8 fourth, or insert the 10, and if the opponent had led from the Queen-Jack. The odds really favor the 10 there. Is your best chance to get a 3rd trick in the suit.
We mentioned this the other day, and it was in the bulletin also. Cédric Lorenzini was the ACBL Player of the Year in 2015, for earning most platinum points in the nationals. Young player, John, again a young player. He's 28. He was 26 at the time when he came player of the year in the ACBL.
I love to see those young players enter and do well. Of course, that's as long as I'm not playing in the event.
Are they still playing, do you think? Oh, I'm told. Pepsi thinking. Well, he has to let go a spade, obviously. Well, he should have done that quickly, shouldn't he? Right. Okay.
This may limit declarer to 2 club tricks. He'll take 3 spades instead.
Who would have? Yeah, only 2 club tricks. Okay. Let's see here. Pass 1 heart. 2 clubs. I know some think you're too good to overcall 2 clubs. I don't. Some think you don't want to overcall 2 clubs because you may miss a spade fit. True. Just don't want to double and hear 3 hearts to my left. And I haven't even mentioned my clubs. I'm a 2 club overcaller. Say you disagree, John. We don't always have to agree.
I like 2 clubs here. I'm willing to re-enter the auction with a double at any level.
Okay, Pepsi doesn't agree. By the way, the contract is 4 spades doubled in the other room, so apparently West doubled there as well. Oh, no. He did start with 2 clubs, and then he came back in with 3 spades.
Well, 4 spades is certainly an excellent save against 4 hearts. North-south can make 5 hearts.
Absolutely.
Just off the 2-pointed aces.
And on a good day, you can even make 4 spades. You find the position in the spade suit if you could get to the dummy, that is. The clubs are 3-0. So this is a sound heart race. We presume he did go 4 down in 4 spades in the other room. Well, you had to play everything from his hand, you see. Four of the other major and a longer minor. So if you have a natural one-note trump overcall, you will have to start with a double. I want my natural one-note trump overcall. Let's hear John's opinion.
I played Raptor, nor have I played against it. So I can only judge it on a theoretical basis, and my upbringing is a totally different style. I need that no trump, so it would be very difficult to get me to agree to play it.
Here it is, a Polish convention. The Raptors is probably not named after the Toronto Raptors. Do you think, John? The NBA basketball team?
I think that the dinosaurs beat them to the name.
Thing is that if you have to double, if you have 15-17 no trump, one hard double pass and part of bits at the 2 level, it's not safe at all to bid 2 no trumps now to show 15-17.
declarer has the choice here of leading a little spade out of his hand and then using the club entry on the next time he's in to finesse in spades. This would win if North had a doubleton honor. Playing to dummy immediately with a club finessing wins if South has the doubleton honor. I don't see how it's clear from the play or the auction which declarer should go for. If South has both honors, it doesn't make any difference which way he plays. He can play low to the 10 first or play to dummy and lead low. Either way will work. So he guessed correctly, and it's only down 2.
Mm-hmm. 3 imps. Oh, sorry, 100, 300, yeah, 200. Right, 5. Back to where we were when the set started. 10 imp difference.
The one spade opening will keep North-South out of 3-no trump. And in fact, they can make 6 clubs, I believe. Roughing 2 hearts in the South hand. Oh, maybe not. A diamond lead will set up a rough before trumps are gone. And a club lead will remove the trumps before the no, that's not true.
No. They may not get to 6 clubs, John.
Trump lead doesn't work. No, I don't expect him to get there, but it's a 30-point deck for North-South.
South has a fantastic hand in context. Now, double of 1-no trump is a take-out double of spades, or a very strong hand. South knows that it's a take-out double of spades, so he has short spades. And what a hand South has in context. How should North approach this? 2 spades maybe, as the most flexible bit. Personally, I don't like it much because it doesn't say anything other than you have cards. You haven't shown any suit yet. But with a hand like this, you don't know where you belong, really. So you just have to bid 2 spades.
Well, West certainly has contributed to the confusion here in the auction with his 1-no trump bid. I don't quite understand the double. Does that say lead spades, don't lead spades?
Well, it must show a spade honor. That's his only card. Surely he wants a spade lead against no trump, not any other lead. Contract is 2 spades doubled in the other room.
Well, that
Can't 12
probably
tricks
goes for 500.
easier than that, John? Don't you just need one rough? Don't you just need one hard rough in the shorthand for 12 tricks? Provided the clubs break, yeah, that's all you need, right? That's 12
Right,
tricks.
yeah, the extra nine, you only need one rough with clubs to make 6 clubs, so a club lead won't do it. I guess a diamond won't do it either. You can just take your rough and go about your business.
That was very tough to beat this slam. Would have been any easier if it had gone one spade pass double? I don't think so. That house would have to be two. I don't think two spades will get 6 tricks. He got a trump lead. Will he get more than his 5 trumps?
South did lead a trump against 2 spades doubled. Seems the right lead. Now when a heart's played,
Trumps 4-1. You can't do it.
it looks like 5 spades and rough or a heart for 6 tricks.
But they can prevent that rough, can't they? Just trump, then you're down to 2 trumps. What do you suggest? Then a heart to the 10?
Yes, and so they can get the rough, but they will declare we'll get a heart trick at the end.
Aha. So he can get 6 tricks. That's right. For only 500. Yes. Interestingly, Chip Bartel decided to pass the double. And then West had to run to 2 spades.
I wonder if the South hand isn't so good that on this auction, after North's 3 club bid, maybe South could bide his time with 3 diamonds. If he takes it just a little slower, they might be able to see that their honors are all working. Of course, it wouldn't be so good to take it slower and get the 6 diamonds.
So it's either 2 or 3 imps to USA. May not go for the hard rough. Who knows? 400. 3 imps for 22 imps.
Looks like declarer can afford to play one more round of trumps, then play the ace king of hearts and ruff a heart. He can't go down with that line of play. Yes, Al, I do know that these two countries have met in the finals of the Bermuda Bowl. 1971 is one time, and I think maybe again a few years later and earlier. Didn't Lee Hazen play against the French once?
What about 1997 when France actually won the Bermuda Bowl? Wasn't that against USA in the final?
I don't remember those recent things. You know, that's short-term memory. That goes. Well, I kibitzed 1971, so I know that as a fact. I don't know what year it was, but I remember that Lee Hazen was playing against a very slow French pair who supposedly took about 20 minutes to make a play. And Lee quipped during that time, "I was a young man when this hand started." I'm told 1954. That sounds about right.
Right, so it couldn't have been Barnett Schenken, I see. Yes. He held the record, the world record for slow play. It was actually in Scotland, playing with Michael Rosenberg, where it took him 22 minutes to play to one trick. 22 minutes in a cup, tie in Scotland, Scottish Cup. It's in his book. Can't remember the title, but he has written a book, and it is mentioned there.
Michael Rosenberg's book you're talking about?
No, Barnett Jenkins' book. Ah, he went for the squeeze instead, John. That's spectacular.
I highly recommend Michael Rosenberg's book. I believe it's Bridge, Zia, and Me.
I have it right here. I can see it from where I am on my shelf. Yes, I've read that two or three times, maybe even. Yes, I like the book.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little advertising. I just republished my book on Amazon, which discusses my Bermudable experiences during the 70s, called Inside the Bermudable.
Great, John. Yes, I know about that because you sent me an email some days ago, and it's rather cheap even, as far as I remember.
Well, it's old history now, but perhaps in light of the recent exposés of cheating at the top level, perhaps still of interest.
Yes, and not only has John republished his book, it's also his 40th anniversary for winning the Bermuda Bowl, 1977 in the Philippines. Who were his teammates at the time? Well, John can tell it himself. I know who they were, the other five, but I'll let John tell you.
In '77, my partner was the great Paul Soloway, and I had the amazing teammates of Billy Eisenberg, Eddie Cantor, Bob Hammond, and Bobby Wolf.
So more imps coming to USA2 space would always make, but I think it'll make it with an over trick now. Bits and pieces. The four hearts here is a normal contract. But you see, everything is off. King of spades, queen of clubs. So you have four losers, and you may lose 5 tricks because West may get a spade ruff.
Double is pretty automatic here with the north hand. East would, yeah, East bid 4 diamonds, although I guess if he hadn't bid 4 diamonds, then South would. And I think South should double here.
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely.
And North just might sit for it, and that's not good for East-West. They're only off 2, but 4 hearts is not making.
Well,
I think
true.
North should sit here. Take the money.
Mm-hmm. It would have been different if you had been 4-4 in the majors. But with only 4-3, I agree with John. By the way, this was not a 3 diamond opener for Volker in the other room.
For me, the 3 diamond bid is a little aggressive, but quite acceptable, and East should just stay out of the auction. If partner's going to have a fairly wide range of preempts, you just have to let that first preempt do the work, or hope it does the work at least. North I completely agree with sitting with the North hand. He's got good defensive tricks, and his offensive strength is a bit limited for a 3-level takeout double. He expects this to go down 1, 2, or 3, and who knows, maybe game doesn't make, and here it doesn't.
John, I think you would have opened 2 diamonds, wouldn't you? I think you have two diamonds available as natural.
I believe it or not, I actually like my two diamond bids to be a little more sturdy. I might well have opened three diamonds.
Let's see. Okay. But this is a useful swing for France. 300 plus 100. 400 is 9 imps.
Well, the key thing here for East-West is that either West can't bid three diamonds on that hand, or North can't raise to four diamonds. And they have to agree which is best for their side.
Now 3-note trumps is of course a quick one down on a club lead when played by East. But even on a non-club lead, the declarer should go down. He can't reach dummies hearts. So even if he overtakes the second heart, then he has 3 heart tricks, 3 spades is 6, and 2 diamonds is 8. He can't do everything.
Right. I think if you didn't get a club lead, you would just hope that the queen of diamonds is doubled and bang down the diamonds.
Mm.
This looks like a pretty routine. Oh, not so routine anymore.
No. Now it becomes a little dangerous. Let's see. So 2 hearts is weak with both majors. Modified Ekron.
I prefer to call that, instead of weak with both majors, I'd call it pitiful with both majors. And South is not dissuaded at all.
Wouldn't it still go down on any lead? I mean, he would.
I don't see how he can even bring pressure on the opponents. He could play the ace, king, jack of... He could play the ace, king, jack of spades, and if South discards a heart, he could play the ace, king, queen of hearts. But so what? Now he's just set up major suit winners.
Yes, it's making on a diamond.
Queen of club century.
But that was not the alternative. The alternative was a heart, obviously, or maybe the 10 of spades, and it can't make on a major lead. Can only make if you lead a diamond or a top club. But who on earth would lead a top club?
With the club lead, South is hoping that his partner has a doubleton club, and they're no worse than 4-2. So if Declara has one club trick, maybe South has to get in with diamonds, and his partner can at least stop the major suits being run with his too hard opening bid.
So to go only one down, he will have to overtake.
North has been squeezed here.
Oh yeah, it was squeezed. -1.
What would have happened if East had doubled, showing a strong balanced hand? It's possible that East-West would end in two hearts doubled.
You would have doubled 2 hearts instead, is that what you're saying? 2 hearts double,
No, I mean,
South would pass.
Victor Silverstone, who's doing text commentary, and suggested that he likes 2 hearts, that double at this convention, 2 hearts, to show a strong balanced hand. And if you do double, then you actually have a good shot at defending against a rather poor major suit contract by North-South.
This is a good slam, but very difficult to reach. Play the club suit for 1 looser. Let's see, on a diamond lead, well, let's see if you have enough interest to play for diamonds 4-3. I can see they're not. Diamond lead, diamond rock, but that's all too dangerous maybe. You're never left alone. Look at the North hand, and they would all have bid, well not all, but East-West would have bid, you know, to the 3 level before it's your turn. I know 4 spades now is a strong bid, but is it strong enough for South to make a move? What do you think, John? And would you bid 4 spades here?
What can you do but bid 4 spades? You don't want to defend against 3 hearts.
No, right. So can South do anything? Well, he has good cards and context. Partner bids 4 spades to make.
I think South is probably worth a bid here.
Well, if he makes
so
a
much
move,
easier looking
they
at all,
slam. Yeah.
So much easier looking at all the cards.
Yeah, he is looking at 3 key cards. A partner who jumped to 4 spades to make vulnerable.
How do you defend against 2 diamonds, Roland? in the immediate seat.
I play double as two-way, either a weak no trump or any 17 plus hand will be again. Two no trumps natural, two hearts, two spades natural, three of a minor natural, and all bits are constructive but non-forcing. My two-note trump overcall is actually 16-18 because I played double as either 12 to 15 balanced or any 17 plus. Do you have something better? Because I'd like to know, John, if you have something better than that.
I have agreements with one partner on something different, and in effect transfer bids, but almost no experience using it, so I don't know what the best defense is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
okay,
not a
I'm
good
asked to repeat what I play and played by many, at least in Europe. Yes, I'll be happy to. Double is either a weak no trump, can be 15, 12 to 15 balanced, or any 17 plus hand. Partner will assume 12 to 14, 15 balanced when he responds to the double. Two hearts, two spades, natural, constructive, non-forcing. Two no trumps, natural, 16, 18, usually with stoppers in both majors. And three clubs, three diamonds, natural, 6-card suit, constructive. Was that too fast?
The nice thing about being able to double with a weak no trump is that when one of the opponents has a long major suit, your chances of beating either defeating two diamonds or having a suit contract somewhere else is very high. So it's a very safe way to show a quite typical hand. Well done to France here to get to 6 spades. Clubs come in for one loser if West has a singleton honor or if they're 3-2. Pretty good odds.
Absolutely. So the familiar 13 imps for a vulnerable game swing. And we have a new leader. It was a little different in the other room, you see, when West bid 4 hearts. Now 4 spades wasn't a job anymore. That makes a difference. When you jump to 4 spades over 3 hearts, you have a really good hand. Now 4 spades in the other room was the lowest Norse could bid. And that could perhaps have been a hand a little weaker than the one Norse has. Same hand without the king of clubs, for instance. Wouldn't you bid 4 spades with that? We all would, right? Yeah, some claim that you should never open a weak 2 with a 7-card suit. Well, I wouldn't say never. Avoid it if I can. I wouldn't have any problems with 3 hearts. 2, 4, 5, 6 losers? No, I wouldn't have any problems. Would I have a problem without the Queen of Clubs? Maybe, but only maybe. Well, I'm asked, what if Norse didn't have those clubs and he had length in diamonds instead? He could have 2 little clubs and King, Queen in diamonds. King, Queen, Jack of diamonds, 2 little clubs. Well, yes, he could. In that case, they would be off a key card, and he.
I missed some other chances in the club suit with those good interior spots. North can cash the ace of clubs, and if East follows with a 9, Jack or Queen, North can next lead a little one, and so he would pick up this, and the ace of diamonds is an entry, so he could pick up the suit on a number of 4-1 splits. So it's really a very, very good percentage slam.
Which I expect Norse to do here. Ace of clubs, but when he doesn't see any 9, and he doesn't see any honor from West, he would just have to hope for the suit to break. Norse response wouldn't be 5 spades. That's exactly what I said a couple of minutes ago. What about West bidding 4 hearts pass are correct instead of 3? That would be too much opposite a weak 2. Vulnerable in my view. I don't think he has the cards for 4 hearts. It's different if partner opens 3 hearts.
Right. I'll set a weak 2 bid kind of hand. Partner is expected to have a little more defense and a little less offense. So now your save might be more than the value of what North-South can make.
It makes it harder for the opponents, but true. But it also could cost 800 and 1100. I mean, they are allowed to W. I know that a double by North would be penalty, but South is allowed to pass it, you know. And see how many you will go down if partner really has a weak 2. Take a heart away from East, put it in 8, and you can see how many 4 hearts would have gone down, doubled.
The North would have also bid 4 spades if he was 7, 3, 2, 1, let's say with the ace, king, third of clubs and a Doubleton diamond. And now he has chances with in the diamond suit to establish a long card. But it wouldn't be nearly as good a contract.
And actually, John, you can also cope with a singleton jack or queen in the east hand.
Right, that's what I said earlier. The jack, queen, or 9 in the east hand. Ace of clubs.
I thought you heard singleton honor in the west hand.
Right, I said that initially, and then I corrected myself that there were other combinations that I had missed initially. My understanding is the French pairs are very reluctant to raise with 3 cards in this situation.
This pair, not the other pair. The pair at the other table, they do it freely. Bessis and Volcker.
And I'm not making any claim as to whether that's good or bad.
Here's my pet peeve. We had it today, an 11 count also opposite 12. No, we had 8 actually opposite 15, 17, where they bid again, pretty flattish 8 count, and I say I think it's against the odds, and it's also against the odds to bid on with an 11 count, especially non-vulnerable. I think the risk of going down into all 3 should partner race is greater than the risk of making a game, of missing a game if you pass. Remember that when partner shows 12 to 14, he has 12 twice as often as he has 14.
Well, I like to look at my spot cards when I have 11. I have really good spot cards. I would invite. What would you think about a lead directing double of 3-no trump with the awful east hand? Opponents are on marginal values and the spades are wrong, and any other lead might work out very poorly for your side.
Yeah, then 3-no unlimited values. The partner's marked with quite a few points. So your double of 3-no trumps, but is that not okay? It's asking for a spade lead.
Strongly suggest a spade lead. I mean, it looks offhand like an awful bid, but yet it's almost like a balancing situation. You know, partner's over there with his at least 12 high card points, or I'm sorry, not that many. At least 10. And the spades are lying badly.
Well, he's not home yet, is he? I think he had to set up his hearts first, as has happened, because now a club switch is lethal when West still has the ace of hearts. So although the diamond lead wasn't best for the defense, it gave a trick, yes. Declarer may still go down here.
We usually think of doubling 3-note trump on this auction for a spade lead only when we have entries and are planning on taking spade tricks. But here the double is not with so much as our side is going to take spade tricks. It's that the idea is to not blow tricks in other suits.
Switch out, yeah. We know. Declarer could have made it by force if he had set up his hearts. But it wasn't easy for him to know. He didn't know hearts were 3-3. Well done, Michael Rosenberg. Thinking. He usually comes out of the tank with the right answer. Has 2 club tricks and the ace of hearts.
And Pepsi's play of the queen of clubs keeps the defensive club communication intact. He played the ace and queen. The club suit's blocked for the defense.
I think it's best in the long run to pass a balanced 11 count opposite 12-14.
A hidden advantage of that policy is that occasionally you'll get a balance by in a pass-out seat, and they'll be very disappointed that you have all the high cards rather than their partner's share. So that's his 170 is 5 imps, I believe.
$1,700 spectators at this stable. It's quite good. Play didn't finish in the other room yet.
It's not often you win the last 2 tricks as a defender with 2 aces.
I may have a problem with my sound. I thought I said we had a new leader, and I also thought I said that the award was in 2015. But never mind. Three clubs. I like this. A maximum. And diamonds, no, they don't play that. Any minimum they play. Okay. That's the spade contract. It doesn't matter here, but it might matter. So I like to play it differently.
So after 2 no trump, what are your responses as opener? As the opening 2 diameter?
After 2 no trump, yeah. 3 clubs, any maximum. 3 diamonds, weak with hearts. 3 hearts, weak with spades. Now, after 2 no trumps, 3 clubs, any maximum. 3 diamonds asked, which may this guarantees that responder will always be declarer. So I think that's much better.
I think the club lead here by East was sort of automatic.
So play finished at the other table. So now we're up to 5,700 at this table. They are a little bit behind at this table. They started 13 minutes past the hour, which was a surprise to me. Was scheduled to start 20 minutes past the hour. So they don't really have any time left now. But who cares? They can share the blame, and then they can give them 129 penalties to both teams. That would be wonderful. And we'll have a minor score tomorrow.
Until there are clocks in bridge, like chess clocks, any penalties for slow play are going to be so arbitrary, very difficult to judge correctly.
So play finished also in the Venice Cup and the Dorsey Trophy, women and seniors. China leading by 42 against England, and USA2 up by 12 against Italy.
The play here has come to a screeching halt.
It is an open book now. Obviously the Clara doesn't have the King of Spades, else he would have played a spade long time ago.
could declare I've had 4 hearts on 1 spade. Maybe that's what the defense was concerned about. Might need to underlead the ace of spades and get that diamond through. I mean, get the club through.
More doubles. Well, when North raised 2 clubs to 3 clubs. Why would you do that? Yes, you have ace-king, but you only have 2, and you have absolutely nothing outside.
Just doesn't look like you're in any danger in 3 clubs, however.
Now this point, Thomas persists doubled 3 clubs.
Well, if your partner opens sound 1 level bids, it's certainly reasonable to double 3 clubs.
Could it be that we have a tie after they won? They collected 300 in the other room. So if they get 100 here, it will be 5 imps to France, right? And we have a tie. So they wasted all day. You know, not only their own day, but also ours. So they are where they started 8.5 hours ago.
Now declare has to lose his high club and 4 spade tricks.
But it will be a tie. Come on. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Will it not be 96-96? Of course it will. Leads by half an imp. Wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Roland. Bye for today.
Bye-bye.